I'm Alanna Ubach. I'm 22 and 5'6", and I'm a Libra.
Oh, perfect. This is like speed dating for 10 minutes.
Yes, it is. It's just lunch. It's just lunch. Do they have speed dating now via Zoom? They probably do.
I think they probably did during COVID, especially. But
yeah, of course, of course. Wow.
Well,
these times they are changing.
Definitely. Well, I'm happy to talk to you about your character in Ted as Susan, and I see lockers. Does that mean she decided to continue teaching?
Oh my gosh, you are amazing at guessing that, but this is actually representative of the moment we tell Ted that it's no more partying and no more beer and no more hookers. It is time for you to go to school and grow a freaking brain. And so that is what he does. He goes to school with my son, who is a 16-year-old boy who gets bullied a lot in high school. And so Ted is his right-hand man.
They're being bullied, but there are some learning lessons as the table kind of changes around, right?
Oh, it sure does. And it takes Ted to bring out his self-confidence and tell him to not back down and to be his true authentic self. And that is it. In spite of all of the profanity and the craziness of it all, it is at the end of the day all heart at its core.
It is. And I like the craziness. I love the comedy, which is so chill, so down to earth. Like, it just flows so perfect.
Sure, there's a naturalism to it, isn't there? There's this authenticity and naturalism to the delivery of the dialogue being very absurd and very over the top. So it's the naturalization of the delivery is super important. That's what makes it, I think, so cool.
I'm loving it. This is the kind of comedy I like.
I do too. I like comedy like I like my music. Give me vulgar, give me profanity any day of the week, and pump it with passion.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you're laughing. Oh, thank God. Are you okay in there? What do you have behind? Is that a painting? Is that a mural? It's cute.
Bookshelves there. Trying to look a little professional.
Well, you look beautiful, by the way. I love a girl with very, very long hair and a white turtleneck.
Thank you so much. Thank you. But let's talk about Susan. Not
yes.
So desperately seeking Susan.
Yes. Did you watch that episode?
You did. I watched the fourth.
That's why you knew that I was a teacher. I was like, she is psychic. This girl. Ooh, I'm scared. But no, yes, Susan decides that she wants to go back to teaching. She was an English teacher before she met her husband. And then she, of course, put that away and shelved it when she decided to get married and have kids and have a kid and raise her son. And so she became overnight housewife. And Desperately Seeking Susan is the episode where we really get to discover who she really is behind the good ship lollipop facade.
Going back to the 90s.
Sure.
You know, I love it when I was a kid. So I'm just kind of like, where was this when I was growing up?
Right, sure. What's so much fun is that I'm playing a mom in the 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s. So I'm like, okay, let me back up. What did my mom look like back then? What was her hairstyle? And then all of a sudden I'm in makeup. 2 hours go by. I look in the mirror and I think, oh my gosh, it's Sidna. I'm my mom. This is so wild. And it brings you back to that time. And all of a sudden, all of these wild, wonderful memories start, flashing before you.
Yes. But Ted approves your hair and says you have the best hair.
Does he? Did Ted say I have the best hair? Really?
At the dining table, yes.
Let me tell you, I put the sup in supplements.
I love it. But there's also Blaire that is always rooting for Susan, for her to like stick up for herself.
Sure.
Her cheerleader.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, she's my niece, and I think she's very much the voice of reason. And she's the blonde in the Munsters. She's basically that voice of reason who's there going to college, living with them, and basically saying, yeah, that's racist. You can never say that again. That's really that's a sexist remark. This is abuse. I won't tolerate this. And I can't believe you do, Suze. And it's funny how when Susan is married to a man who has these rage blackouts, and I think she has just decided to check out. And anytime he does have those blackouts, she just sort of goes on a cruise to the Bahamas in her head. She's listening to really like Debussy, you know, everything is, she finds the joy in everything. And I think that's probably why the marriage has worked for so long.
Talk to me a little bit about the accent. I'm having a kick out of the accent.
The Bostonian accent is very, very, very challenging. It's not a New York accent. It is it's kind of at the very front of the mouth. We had this amazing dialect coach. And what I would ask her to do is read my dialogue on voice memos and record herself. And then she'd email it over to me, and I would listen to it over and over again, my dialogue on audio, up until we were shooting. The moment we were shooting and on set, that would be, you know, constantly in my ear.
No, it's perfect. I met lovely people from Boston not too long ago, and I was like, yeah, she does sound like that. I could just picture it. That'd be her.
It is. It's different. It's a very different accent. It's not New York. It's not Long Island. It's something completely different, but it's still East Coast. So there's that, just, you know, just the specificity is so important. And Seth being from Boston and Scott being from Boston, they were, you know, 10 steps ahead of everyone.
If you could take Ted somewhere for a day, where would you want to take him with you?
You know, I'd probably take him, if we were in Los Angeles, I'd take him, it would be an entire day. We'd go to the LACMA because I think he needs to be cultured. And then we'd probably have like a Quincho's hot dog. And then that would be lunch break. And then I'd take him to La Brea Tar Pits, right? And then we'd go home, we'd take a disco nap. And then after that, we'd probably go to West Hollywood and go bar hopping and make some really bad decisions.
I love it.
But we'd Uber, don't worry.
Oh,
we're not driving drunk.
Safety first.